During its pre-election findings, Yiaga Africa said proliferation of weapons and voters' inducement through the distribution of gifts and cash inducement has commenced in some states ahead of the governorship election. While faulting the impact of naira crisis on low turnout in the presidential and national assembly election, Chief Ezenwa says such pre-election irregularities are detrimental to the Saturday polls.
One of the reasons behind the logistics challenges experienced during the presidential election was due to unavailability of cash, which impacted the transportation of drivers from registration area centers to polling units. This is despite the promise made by the Central Bank of Nigeria that it will make available all the needed cash for effective logistics deployment. Yiaga Africa is worried that if the challenges of scarcity of cash are not addressed, the Commission may experience further logistic challenges which will no doubt impact the quality of the process. Possibility of low voter turnout. Yiaga Africa is concerned that the low turnout of voters of the presidential elections will be repeated for the gubernatorial elections. While INEC and others have continued to encourage voters to turn out for elections, citizen confidence in the Commission, poor voter education, along with the lingering impacts of the naira scarcity, may again impact voter turnout.
Nwagu revealed this in a press briefing on the conduct of governorship and House of Assembly election on Thursday in Abuja. The group, with the support of European Union, said its pre-election findings revealed several irregularities that might affect the election, like the proliferation of weapons in several local government areas of Rivers State, voters' inducement through the distribution of gifts and cash inducement of as much as 1 million naira, and the scarcity of naira.
In addition, Yiaga Africa received troubling reports about the proliferation of light arms and small weapons in Abua, Odua, Andoni, Akukutoro, Asaritoru, Eleme, Gukana, Kana, and Tai local government areas in Rivers State. House of Assembly candidates from Ogba, Egbema, Ndoni State constituency elections allegedly abducted in Rivers State. These incidents have created a tense atmosphere ahead of the elections in the state. Lingering impact of naira scarcity. One of the reasons behind the logistics challenges experienced during the presidential election was due to unavailability of cash, which impacted the transportation of drivers from registration area centers to polling units. This is despite the promise made by the Central Bank of Nigeria that it will make available all the needed cash for effective logistics deployment. Yiaga Africa is worried that if the challenges of scarcity of cash are not addressed, the Commission may experience further logistic challenges which will no doubt impact the quality of the process.
The organization also charged the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) with coordinating and effectively communicating with transport companies to provide logistic support to ensure early deployment of materials and personnel on election day. He added that such measures would discourage the late commencement of polls and further help improve the voters' confidence.
INEC must ensure the shortcomings observed in the previous elections are properly addressed ahead of the governorship elections. INEC should ensure proper and consistent communication with the transport unions and companies providing logistic support to ensure early election day deployment. This also includes the need to ensure that only trained ad hoc officials are deployed on election day. Contingency plans in situations where respective transport unions companies withdraw from the contract or fail to deploy. INEC should ensure proper and timely communication with stakeholders on the election day process, challenges experienced, and immediate plans to address those challenges to inspire confidence in the process.
Nwagu called on the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security (ICES) to ensure that security personnel deployed to comply with the Code of Conduct of Election Security. They also call on political parties and their supporters to assure a peaceful process and shun vote buying.
Yiaga Africa calls on the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security (ICES) to ensure that security personnel deployed complies with the Code of Conduct on Election Security. This includes professionalism in their conduct, arrest of electoral offenders, and respect for the rights of citizens, media, and observers, including the right to freedom of movement on election day for duly accredited observers and media practitioners. Yiaga Africa calls on political parties, candidates and their supporters to commit to peaceful campaigns ahead of the election, and on election day refrain from vote buying and compromising the secrecy of the ballot. Yiaga Africa urges voters to resist efforts to purchase their votes and turn out in their numbers and vote according to their preferences on Saturday, the March 18th, and remain peaceful during election.
To support the process, Yiaga Africa said it will deploy 97 revolving observers in the 3 states, 570 stationary observers, and 33 revolving observers in the other 25 states where the governorship election will be held to observe and report on the entire election day process.